need to do like a scrub, bro. I feel like they just need to do a scrub before they like do this shit. Yo, what up, man?
Yeah, you live, right?
Yeah, yeah, I was about to tell you, I'm live, by the way.
I'm glad you're fucking live because when people see shit, it's just wrong with you, bro.
I saw it and I was like, that's kind of crazy, but I asked chat and they were all like, yeah, bro, it's crazy, like, fuck Drake.
No, he didn't block me. Nigga, that's his old number from like 2023. He just got a new number. I just never got his new number.
Okay, so it was a bit.
Every time when I say, if niggas think I got, every time when I say, I don't have the nigga's number, I don't have his number.
No, I was saying you was doing like a bit on stream and they just thought it was like.
Have a great game, boss.
I was saying you was doing a bit and they thought you actually got blocked.
It's not the same number as I had.
Okay.
So, yeah, he changed it. He changed that to 2023. I just don't got his new shit.
Chat, cleared up, okay?
Yeah, because niggas just roll with anything, bro. These are fucking...
Alright, bro, appreciate you. Okay, chat, it's cleared up, okay? Stop believing stop believing the most liked tweets, okay? It's annoying, alright? Okay? I said that on Twitter and yo, I'm not gonna lie.
It's sad but true, because he most likely knows that he's too important to be discarded, so acting out isn't the smartest thing to do.
Is Drake's career over? Is this? I wouldn't say I'm returning to Twitter. I would just say I'm kind of more active on Twitter.
I took the bar those clowns fed you info bars. Your team are clowns because they got their information from us without fact checking.
I really think bro. I'm not gonna lie, I really think
I finally
fed
finished
him.
Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories after rage quitting back in 2018. It took me 5 days to finish. Wouldn't it be gas if Square Enix made a Kingdom Hearts console game where you can create and customize your own character bro?
Wait, that would actually be fire, bro.
Why is he guarding me, bro? Like,
that would actually be fire.
8:58 here on BT. We begin with breaking news following a developing story.
Wait, did she say on the T?
Everything y'all bring up came put in 2010, so what does that say about your character? If he was a pedo since 2010, then that mean you seen it and didn't care until it was convenient for you.
I said the same. I said the same
I'm a
thing.
victim of grooming, and I can see
I've been
Drake
saying
is
that.
suspicious. That's far too many allegations
Bro.
and coincidental evidence for an
my
innocent
gosh.
man to have. Remember, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and P. Diddy were all innocent once too.
But please listen though. I've been saying, like, if you truly believe in your heart that somebody did something, it's like, why would you still be actively like supporting them, bro? Even though like his music is hard to avoid, why would you still be actively supporting him and things like that until the point where it's like, oh, okay, now everybody doesn't fuck with him publicly. Yeah, bro, I knew he was always weird, bro. You remember that stuff back in da-da-da? It's like, so you held that close. It's like, so like you held that and knew the whole time? Like, I don't know, bro. I feel like some people don't actually believe it, but they don't like him, so they're gonna throw it out there now. Like, I don't want to believe that Drake is that. I don't want to believe he's that, okay? I'm not saying he is or he isn't. Like, I'm not defending him, but I'm not gonna outright say like, yo, I think he is. Cause then it's like, bro, I don't want to hear the music, bro. I don't want to hear nothing. He should be locked up. He should be in jail.
Even if he defeated it, he still lost lol.
You should make a podcast, bro. I feel like too many people make podcasts, and it's like, niggas already complained about me yapping. Who want to hear me on a podcast? Who wants to hear this voice on a podcast for an hour and a half? I'm not gonna lie.
Rudy Gobert, Defense Player of the Year. Let's check it out.
You're right. You guys say me, and then I don't know, bro. I think I'd just rather like get on stream and just talk about stuff. I don't think I could do a podcast. I'm not gonna say I don't think I could do it, but chat, I think at this point like everybody has a fucking podcast. I seen that. I think Mizkit just got a podcast. Jinxie has a podcast. Agent has a podcast. Does he still do his podcast?
Negative.
Berlin's got a podcast.
Can't post them up, bro.
Okay, I'm like, like some of this shit is going in and out, and I just heard the craziest thing. Do one with Rage. If I ever did a podcast, I wouldn't want to do it with another person. Hey, yo! I would kind of like, but that's the point of a podcast, though. Like, chat, it's like, y'all don't be leaving me when I say I like to just be by myself. I don't like having to try to depend on somebody to do something, bro. You know what I mean? JoJo has his own podcast, bro. Yeah, nigga, he is 6'9" God. Gas, nigga, he is 6'9" God. Okay, hold on, let me see this.
8:58 here on BT. We begin with breaking news following a developing story out of Toronto where police confirmed that they are investigating an overnight shooting outside of the home of rapper Drake. Here's a live look this morning at the scene. This is outside 20...
This is taking it too far. Okay? This is taking it too far, and honestly, if it's going to stop with that last song, this is where it should just stop and just be done with, bro. Because this is where it gets too far.
One Park Lane Circle in North York, well known to be the home of the Toronto-born rapper. Details are still very limited at this point, but police confirmed that they were called to the home around 2 o'clock this morning after reports of a shooting. One man was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. Police have confirmed to City News that the victim is not Drake. You can see a ton of police tape as well in this area, evidence markers as well laid out on the ground. And this is a look from our chopper as well at the home from above. You can see that there is police tape as well surrounding the front door.
Exo goes.
Of the property. We know that there was a suspect who fled in a vehicle, but so far there is no description available.
So y'all are thinking this has nothing to do with Kendrick? Is this the Kendrick stans being delusional again? Is this the Kendrick stans being delusional again?
Of that suspect. Our Karen Seolin.
Next thing you're going to tell me is that the people who spray painted Not Like Us on Drake's store or whatever the fuck were actually Drake fans who are trying to set up Kendrick fans to look bad.
Is headed to the scene this hour. Stay with us here on BT and continue to follow this developing situation.
Watch the EXO shooting first. It happened a week before this. You're being weird, Dante. Aren't I always being weird, bro? EXO shooting. Also, why didn't nobody say nothing about this? Like, I didn't hear anything about this.
Out of some breaking news
I
out
wish
of
they just
Encino,
would've
where
kept
a
it
security
raps,
guard has been
bro.
wounded outside of a music executive's home.
Gigi Graciette is live there with all the details. Gigi.
Like, just talk your shit
And a
and
man
point.
we're told is fighting for
and
his
hit
life.
funny
He's
jokes,
in his early
bruh.
30s in critical condition and at last check was in surgery. You are looking live at this private road here in Encino. LAPD and their investigators still here. Take a look at this video just shot for you. You can see police officers around a guard shack, and that is where it is believed that security guard was shot multiple times around 2:30 this morning. 911 receiving many calls from people who said they heard 3 to 4 gunshots, and it's possible the victim was alert and conscious and managed to call 911 himself, telling police that he had just been shot here at the home. The suspects, 3 men, all reportedly armed with guns, wearing hoodies, took off running right after the shooting. Now, the multi-million-dollar home belongs to Amir Ismailian, better known as Cash XO, who together with recording artist The Weeknd founded XO Records and has made quite a name for himself in the music industry. At least 4 people were inside the home at the time of the shooting, and it is believed that the security guard was working for Ismailian, who earlier we were told was at home at the time of the shooting. We're working to confirm that. Again, a man left fighting for his life after being shot here. Police working on the theory that this was possibly an attempted burglary or home invasion, but they ran into the security guard first, shot. and then those suspects took off running. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
First off, are niggas really saying exo goons? Y'all don't even listen to this nigga. Second, don't I set up a whole trap by saying y'all are gonna say it was Drake fans? And y'all saying yup squirrel ass niggas.
Patrick CC, what the fuck? Chat, let me say this now. It's not actually Patrick. People have been coming in here and they have been donating under different names and just saying
Sadly, it
crazy
probably
shit.
was the fans, in my opinion. Every Kendrick fan been getting themselves hyped up. Then after Kendrick drops cover art with the street name and it gets shot up in 2 days. I think someone drove by and shot at the first guy they
I'm
saw.
not gonna lie. I think somebody did that too.
Point is, if it was the other way around.
Listen, chat.
So bad.
Even though his address was like public information, public knowledge, the fact that Kendrick posted it brings more like attention to it. Like there's probably some people who didn't even know it was like really like you could just find it. The fact that he posted the street on that shit, people felt like Kendrick just gave them the green light.
I won't be surprised if this is to gain support. Speaking of timelines, see this video.
But I don't know, bro. Like I said, I don't know.
Don't I wear and how old were you when this iconic trailer dropped?
What trailer? Okay, wait, hold on. Somebody has something else.
That's the dumbest play ever, bro.
Oh my gosh.
10 points for him. Feels like the other 4 guys.
Let me refresh this donation. I got you, bro. You want to talk about peace? You want to talk about happiness? Take me back.
This has nothing to do with Kendrick. It's Sexo and Ovo beef. Look it up. Drake just need to fuck 21 Savage in public. I keep telling you all, ain't nothing more gangster than fucking a nigga in his ass. Fuck 21 and baby in public and everybody.
Oh my god,
bomb
okay,
back
okay,
down.
stop.
What the fuck did I just eat?
Stop. Like,
Simon. Drake's team has done a fake robbery or set it up to get a Canadian rapper behind bars or something. I won't be surprised if this is to gain support.
what is this?
Speaking of timelines, see this video.
Can I press pause,
I'm
please?
Dante
Holy
Playboy
damn.
reactions. Why is there a
No,
timeline?
don't I? These niggas ain't shit. Ovo ain't shit and I'm with you, my black brother.
Ludwig.
Love you forever and intensely.
Ludwig. I can't. This is 20 minutes long.
But now we have.
Oh my god. Yo.
Hey guys, it's Drake. I definitely lost the beef. I'm not a pedophile, but I definitely lost the beef. Yours truly, D Drizzy.
Stop. I don't want to hear it. I already know it's bullshit. Hold on.
Have Playboy Cardi, and so many people have been giving their different opinions on how.
So many people have been giving their different opinions on. Yo, why are you sending this to me, bro? Yo, they were saying this shit back then too. Only Dante can stretch a 2-minute video to 12 minutes long and keep me entertained the whole time. Except they leave out and keep me entertained the whole time. They just say, oh my god, Dante can stretch it. Only he can stretch a 2-minute video out to 12 minutes and just yap and yap and yap. Shut the fuck up, bro, and play the video.
How they think he will do and how.
Yo, dude, just react to the song, bro. Oh my god. Where's the fucking... I can't... Okay, we're done. I can't do this anymore, bro. This is cringe. This is fucking cringe, bro. Oh my god, he did Yeet too? Who? What is this page? You know, me and the wife practice this. All right, shout out to this page. Shout out to you, bro. You know, enjoy your shit, bro. Enjoy whatever you're doing over there. Okay, let's move on, bro. Let's move on to the next thing, bro. Dad forced 6-year-old to run the treadmill days before death.
I'm a Kendrick fan, but one thing that annoys me is that people say Drake is capping about feeding him false info.
They're saying
If
he's
Kendrick
capping
said he
about
was setting
anything.
Drake up, they would never question it.
They said he caps about anything he says. But if you say that,
Chat,
you're
listen,
defending
you know
Drake.
how parasocial these dudes can be. They already in 24 hours got the 17-year-old girl to speak on the situation freaking 15 years later. It's not out of the question at all that one of them thinks they're involved and picks up a gun.
Yeah, that's true, bro. Okay, hold on, I'm mute done.
This nigga ain't me,
Nellies.
this is a clone FNG. Get this nigga out my house. You want to know how he a fake? I don't use Twitter no more. And I'm bald, I don't got hair like this nappy hair fuck.
Okay, bro. Everybody thinks I'm cloned because I'm using Twitter and I posted about basketball as a fucking meme. Like, they really think I'm talking about basketball, bro.
Some heartbreaking video of a boy on a treadmill, but prosecutors say not by choice. They say his dad was forcing him to run during months of abuse that ultimately led to the boy's death.
It's like, I don't know how you can have a child look at your son or daughter and just treat them like shit.
Now the dad is on trial, and as the video was shown, the boy's mother sobbed on the stand. Les Trent has our report, and we warn you the details are upsetting.
The shocking video will break your heart. It shows a little boy running as fast as he can on a treadmill. The video was played at the murder trial of the boy's father, 31-year-old Christopher Greger. Little Corey was an adorable youngster, but his father allegedly thought he was fat and forced him to lose weight by running on the treadmill in the gym in their apartment building in Barnegat, New Jersey. Corey's mother broke down in court as the tape was played, watching her son fall off the treadmill. We're not showing you the most disturbing parts, it's just too upsetting. But the video played for the jury shows Corey unable to keep up with the treadmill's pace and falling down again and again, only to have his father put him back on. Corey died 12 days later. The autopsy said there was evidence of chronic abuse.
Oh my God.
Corey's mom was asked about a phone call she had with the boy's father.
He told me Corey wasn't feeling good.
Help!
He was lethargic and he was throwing up and his legs hurt.
Did the defendant tell you where he was taking Corey?
He said he was going to the hospital. He was taking Corey to the hospital.
Ashley Wilcott is covering the case for Court TV.
You can't even imagine what it must be like to lose your child. But then
Yeah, some
add
people
to that,
like,
this is
bro.
a father who only came into the child's life a few years ago. This is a father that she has believed is abusing her child and has reported it appropriately to the Child Welfare Agency. And yet she is still having to bury her son. It's really unimaginable.
The dad's defense team claims the boy died of natural causes from complications of pneumonia.
Really, bro? Really? Like,
He faces life in...
I get it, some people's job, like lawyers' jobs to, you know, you gotta do your job, but, bro, sometimes you gotta look at a case and be like, dog, I'm not defending you, bro.
prison if convicted.
But like I said, it's, you know, it's people's jobs, bro. Be mad, I guess, bro. Man points gun at pastor during church service.
The good Lord was definitely with this pastor. He just started his sermon when all of a sudden a man in the congregation...
Oh, shit! Oh my God, his shit jammed, bro.
sermon when all of a sudden a man in the congregation jumped up, pointed a gun, and pulled the trigger. But the gun jammed, and a Good Samaritan's jump saved the day. Les Trent reports.
The pastor is conducting Sunday church services when mayhem suddenly breaks out. Out of nowhere, a man walks up to the altar rail, points a gun, and pulls the trigger. By some miracle, it jams as the pastor dives for cover. Then a hero emerges. Take another look. The assailant appears ready to pull the trigger again, but he's tackled to the floor. The hero is a church deacon who makes a flying leap and puts the suspect in a bear hug. There is a frantic effort to get...
What is dude wearing?
The gun. All of this is playing out in front of the congregation and a live stream as people watch from home. Reverend Glenn Germany of the Jesus Dwelling Place Church in Pittsburgh says he couldn't believe he was staring down the barrel of a gun.
At the moment, I was just trying to stay alive
it really is a miracle.
Germany says he does not know the suspect. And there's the hero church deacon, Clarence McAllister, after confiscating the pistol. What is going through your mind when you see this guy with a gun?
Oh, I was shocked. I've never seen nothing like that in my life.
We reunited the pastor and the hero. He's your guardian angel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so grateful for him.
He ain't waste no time.
Interesting to note that that guardian angel's name is Clarence, just like in the Christmas classic, It's a Wonderful Life. By the way, the suspect is behind bars. He's charged with attempted homicide, and just hours before the church shooting, a relative of the suspect was found dead in his home. No charges filed in that case.
It's too fast, bro.
Let's just do one more loose thing. And then, this is kind of too much. A 5-year-old girl's arm gets caught in the elevator.
It's a different kind of elevator accident. A little girl's arm got sucked into the closing door, and video of the mad rush to free her is terrifying. Stephen Fabian explains what happened.
3 moms and their kids pile into an elevator, but their ride is about to turn into terror. The 5-year-old girl has her hand on the elevator door, but when it opens, her hand...
Oh, god damn!
Take advantage of it.
No, it's not. I don't think it's broken. It just gets stuck in. She had severe lacerations.
Makes it pretty tough on the
She gets severe lacerations.
An arm go with it. Here it is again.
Okay, dude, we saw, bro.
4. The mom uses her leg to brace herself as she pulls. Another friend tries to dislodge the girl's arm. You can sense the panic in that elevator.
We just weren't strong enough. The elevator kept pulling against us and kept pulling to try to open.
I spoke to mom, Lonnie Garaziotis, and her daughter, Zoe. Zoe, can you tell me how scared you were during all this?
I was super scared.
You were super scared, I bet. The other youngsters managed to...
Good interview, man. Good interview. Can you tell us how scared you were?
I was super scared.
How's your arm feeling? Better? Okay.
Flip out the door. Then someone has a great idea. Use hand sanitizer to grease up the girl's arm. But no luck.
Oh.
Hit me.
3 frantic minutes pass.
Hit me.
Then mom passes some hand lotion. Maybe this will work. The friend squirts the lotion all over and pulls. Success. Zoe is free. The little girl was rushed to the hospital after the incident at this building in Hoboken, New Jersey. She had 20 stitches and what the police
Of course you blocked it, bro. I hate Rudy Gobert, bro. I hate him,
severe
bro.
laceration. Zoe showed me the mark she still has on her wrist from the incident last July.
God
The mom
damn,
and her 3
come
kids.
on, y'all gotta put up a warning when y'all show shit like that.
We're heading to
I can't watch this shit no more, man. Oh my god, thank God she's dead, okay? He's like, put a warning. Nigga in chat talking about I missed it, man. Go look it up, bruh. Go look it up then, man. Damn, I don't want to see that shit. This the movie, by the way?
Like, why is their defense so good, bro? Just chill, man. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is an old movie?
I can't guard this motherfucker right now. I can't guard him.
Sorry,
I can't
a cool
fucking
poster
guard
of a movie J-Man was watching. I was like, what is this, bruh?
3 days. You hear from me.
What?
Jeez, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is becoming a part of this gang unit, which is
bro, like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Enthusiasm.
Okay.
There's not enough enthusiasm.
I feel like that's kind of hand in hand with with what I was trying to get at. Was just like
Edge.
I just need
Grit.
somebody to fucking show that they care. Like, and honestly, like, I do need a visual confirmation of that. I just do.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool that you want to have a blank face and look like you have no emotion whatsoever, and you're just trying to go out there and do your job. That's not good enough for me. I need to see, especially if there's a loose ball and you don't dive on the ground, man, fuck you. Let's go, man. Get your ass on the goddamn ground. I don't give a shit who you are. Let's go. And I didn't feel like I got that very much this season. It was just like, too cool for school was the phrase I felt like I saw too much on social media, where it was just like, hey, man, we're here. We're cool. Like, no, fuck that. I want to win a championship, and you got to do everything it takes to win that. And I didn't feel like I got that this year.
That's the one area where I will disagree with Book, and he's always abided by the never too high, never too low thing. He says that a lot. Sometimes you need to feel the low so that you can feel the high. Because, like, sometimes I need to, like, the only real outward emotion that I saw during that series, and to be honest, they were getting, pummeled for a lot of that, so it makes sense, but was when I saw Brad and Frank Vogel, or Brad kind of yelling in Frank Vogel's direction during that timeout. I think it was
traveled.
Game 2. And that was kind of the most outward display of emotion that I saw. And it wasn't, that's not what you want to see anyway. So I kind of want to see that same fired up thing, because we saw it, and again, not that these players are people we needed to keep necessarily, but like we saw the emotion and the love for the game and the passion from, Mikhail, from Campaign, from all these guys that would come in and be these energy guys. And they didn't really have a guy like that. Everyone on this team was so even keel or so reserved. So yeah, to your point, like there weren't those plays where you see somebody like flexing and yelling at the crowd. Just
let me ask you guys this question. This is a little bit of a personal question, so Lex, don't answer this if you don't want to get in trouble. But like, have you ever gotten in a maybe a spat with your loved one, and there's two reactions. One, they fight with you back, they're arguing back and forth, or they're just like, okay. And there's no emotion.
That pisses me
Which
off.
one's worse?
That one.
Yes. Yeah. Because it shows they don't
I'm
care
like, yo,
anymore.
what the
They gave
fuck?
up.
Yeah.
I
get mad. Don't just walk away, man.
I said you didn't have to answer this.
To be fair, though, on the flip side, if you're bringing toxic energy to the table, I'm walking away.
That's not what I'm talking about.
But I'm saying in the same scenario, though, if you're the guy who's bringing toxicity to the group, I'm not going to argue with you about it. I'm leaving.
Yeah,
if you're a bad
why,
leader
but why?
and you're bringing the vibes down, I'm leaving.
Because you're done with them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
But I'm using this in a basketball context, not an actual.
No, I
personal
am
relationship.
too. If the leaders of this group are bringing bad vibes, I'm leaving.
Pass the ball.
If the head coach is bringing bad vibes and I'm Booker, I'm Katie, and I'm not messing with it, I'm walking away. If Katie is bringing me bad vibes and I'm Eric Gordon, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
If Eric Gordon is bringing bad vibes to so-and-so, I'm walking away. Like, I think both sides you could potentially utilize.
That's the thing, is I don't know if it's like a bringing bad vibes or if it's a just not seeing eye to eye and not being communicative thing. Because I feel like, I've said this so many times, I feel like this team wants to go to the same place, but the way that they think that they need to get there is different, and there's a disconnect in that sense. Like, we heard it all throughout the playoff series. One game, Devin Booker would be saying, yeah, I don't think we should be double-teaming Ant, and Frank Vogel saying, yeah, I think our doubles on Ant were good, we need to be better. There's just like a disconnect on how they get there, and so I think the communication has to be better, and the in locker room leadership has to be better in that way. Because to your point, like if Kevin and Devin or somebody in the locker room is saying something and guys are just like, man, whatever, fuck you, like I don't believe anymore. That's a problem. Or if it's the reverse, where like role players are saying stuff and the leaders are like, yeah, whatever, man. Like that's a problem too. They need to be on the same page. They need to give a shit, because like you said, Saul, when they feel like they've given up, when it's a hopeless situation, when it's not worth fighting for anymore, that's when you have those types of interactions where it's just like, yeah, all right, whatever. Like there needs to be some fire.
Flex, I'm gonna use your phrase.
Go ahead.
You play ball.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you're playing pickup ball, right? There's sometimes you play with a group of guys or people, and you're like, and the ball's moving around, everybody's getting an opportunity to touch the ball, things are working, feels pretty good out there, you're in a group. There's other times where there's like one asshole out there that just refuses to pass the ball. And at some point during that game, you're like,
hey, bro,
fuck it.
Fuck this guy.
You know, fuck it. I'm just going to walk back. I ain't touching the ball every time down the court, so whatever, right? And I feel like sometimes it's like that. And this is a perfect example. Right now, what's happening literally without us knowing what is going to happen with
I'm literally about to, bro.
Frank Vogel and such, I feel like that disconnect, and I've said this a million times, it feels like it's coming from, it's organizationally right now. I don't feel like everybody's on the same page in terms of where the path they should go. That doesn't mean one person's wrong and the other person's right. It just means they're not all on the same page. And until they do, it's going to bleed all the way down into the players as well, because the choices you make as an organization in terms of player personnel as well are going to affect what's on the court.
Bro,
and I felt like all season long it was just a disconnect from the free agents that they signed and the subsequent result of them and getting rid of all of them and getting other ones in. It feels like it's fragmented. And now with Frank Vogel and the rumors we're hearing about, we don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? And there's some people in the organization that think he should go. There's some that think that he should stay. Again, get on the same page. Let's make sure everybody's right here. Like, I don't give a shit if you got to lock everybody in the room. Like, hey, what is our mission? Obviously, it's the championship, but what is our purpose? How are we going to get there, and what are we going to be defined as a franchise? Because until you come up with that answer to that question, you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there because you're never going to have an identity, and you're going to be lost this entire time.
Yeah. You want to talk about the youth?
Yeah, I want to talk about the youth. Sure do.
I mean,
because we have some stats that actually kind of like
they're eye-opening.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's eye-opening. The fact that if you look around the league at the 8 remaining playoff teams, there are only 6 starters on those 8 playoff teams that are 30 years and above. Those are Pascal Siakam, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Rudy Gobert, Kyrie Irving, Drew Holiday, and Mike Conley.
Bro, Kyrie Irving is really the only one from like the era, like the era,
like the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, the LeBron James already.
That's crazy.
This is a young man's league now.
Yeah.
It's move over old man. The
new
future
guard
is here.
is coming in.
It's
academics. And if you see him as your Bill Secret BD, then that shit ain't making plenty fucking sense to me.
Hey, let that shorty breathe.
Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
Shake that ass for Drake. Now shake that ass for free. Yeah, yeah.
Not that kind of free. I'm talking about my digger Dave.
Yo, man, a Lil K, we call that shit a mini Drake. He always said I overlooked him. I was staring straight. These boys go over Kenny here no matter what I say. I know you like to keep it short, so let me paraphrase. Knew it was smoke when Abel hit us with the serenade. Niggas say, almost started reaching for my waist. Drop a 50 bag for the mob in a spot. Drop a 50 bag, 29 for the thought. I was really trying to keep it. Yeah. Stop playing around and take this shit serious, like. Niggas is a joke, I'll take it serious though. Yeah. Look. If Drake shooters doing TikToks, nigga really shooting in your game, that's peace, brother. Y'all ain't getting shit shot, nigga. Can't listen to the stick talking falsetto, saving for a hip hop, nigga. You don't need to be a home dog, you a souvenir out the gift shop, nigga. Still mad about that one hoe, we ain't even fuck, I just live life with her. I get active when it's wartime, I ain't even really let my dick drop, nigga. What the fuck, I heard Rick drop, nigga. Talking something about a nose job, nigga. Ozempic got a side effect of jealousy and doubt, and never told y'all niggas. Put a nigga in the bars, let a nigga rock, kinda like your old job, nigga. House sitting on some land, but it's out where no one even really know y'all niggas. Bitches gotta drive 2 hours for you pay them just to give a blowjob, nigga. Must've started up a snowball, cause my last record deal was 400 ends. These days, that's a low bar, nigga. Hey, who's next on the list? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas? Which one of my so-called niggas need a shell for the clip? Always knew I had to smoke out niggas. Good kid, man, city van, Will Potter legend, make the door slide. Tears running down my cheek, laughing at you pussy dying, it's a war cry. Weekend music getting played in all the spots where boys got a little more pride. That's why all your friends dip into Atlanta paying just to find a tour guide. Able run your fucking bread, need to buy some more chains for some more guys. Let me find another street nigga I can take to the game courtside. Let me get a used Ferrari for a rapper rapper take the nigga on a horse ride. Anything to take a spotlight off the fact the boss is a drugged out little punk sissy from the north side. Rock him talking shit again. Gas cause you hit my being first, nigga. Do the math who I was hitting in. I ain't even know you rap still cause they only talking about your fit again. Probably gotta have a kid again for you think of dropping any shit again. Even when you do drop, they gon' say you should've modeled cause it's mid again. Smoking 50, but they should've put you on the first one trying to get it in. Ask Spring if this a good idea the next time you cut it in a bed again. Shit'll even tell you leave the boy alone before you get your head split again. Pluto shit made me sick to my stomach, we ain't never really been through it. Lil Wayne, he a fucking lame, so I know he had to be an influence. These niggas had a plan and they finally found a way to rope you into it. 2 separate albums dissing, I just did a Kim to it, niggas skim through it. Me and Savage had the hose dripping where the shows almost had to swim to it. K-Dot shit is only hitting hard when Baby King put his pen to it. Ross calling me the white boy and the shit kinda got a ring to it. Cause all these rappers waving white flags while the whole fucking club sing to it. Murder scene on your man tonight, then come to vision with a candlelight. Body at the fucking body and you know Rick reading my Miranda rights. I'm going on vacation, I hope next time y'all plan it right. Cause you gotta pay for saying my name. Guess now niggas understand the price, man. What? Hey, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. Where's your uncle at? Cause I wanna talk to the man in the house.
West Coast through phase, right?
Come get this ass whooping, I'm in the mouth. You wanna take up a forever. Then come get his legacy out of my house. A cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to lies that come out of your mouth. You caught a 2-pack of steak and beg them to sue me and get this shit down. Losing perspective on me. Boy, when to send beat and I kill you for fun. Your daddy got robbed by Top. You stunning and Wayne like father like son. Anthony set up the plays. Kojo be charging you double for none. They shook about what I'ma say. But texting your phone like we already won. You tell me what I shouldn't say. But fucking my nigga, it's already done. We already know it's a 20v1. We already know why you went #1. It's clearly because of the boy. The honorable thing is to give me the loot. You right about fuck the big 3. It's only Big D in this video proof. My son should go play at the park. 2 light-skinned kids, this shit will be cute. Unless you don't wanna be seen with anyone that isn't blacker than you. We got it. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. We get that you like to put gin in your juice. We get that you think that you bishop and juice. When you put your hands on your girl, is it self-defense cause she bigger than you? Your back is up against the curb. You digging for dirt, she be digging for proof. Why did you move to New York? Is it cause you live in that bachelor life? Proposed in 2015, but don't wanna make her your actual wife. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening right. Cause we know the girls that you actually like. The darkest secrets are coming to light. It's all on your face like what happened to Mike. Oh shit, it's all making sense. Maybe I'm Prince and you actually Mike. Michael was praying his features would change, so people believe that he's actually white. Top will make you do features for change. Get on Pop Breakers and rap for the whites. And wait, you say your brother Jermaine, but you only here to stay out of the light. Oh shit. Just follow me right, cause nothing you saying could bother me right. I get on the plane and nothing has changed. I hit the Delilah with all of my ice. Hit the Delilah with all of my ice. Hit the Delilah with all of my ice. This shit gotta be over by now. For anyone out here calling me right.
You did.
There's nowhere to hide, there's nowhere to hide.
You know what I mean?
They hired a crisis management team to clean up the fact that you beat on your queen. The picture you painted ain't what it seems.
You did. I'm so slow, bro.
The Pulitzer Prize winner is definitely spiraling. I got your fucking lines tapped. I swear that I'm dialed in. First,
oh my God, I thought
where's
that
the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork that the cabinet is filed in? 1090 Jake would've took all the walls down. The streets would've had me hiding out.
No, there's one more pass.
Stand up, not fall down. The ones that you
That's good defense.
From, they all clowns. I am a war general, seasoned in preparation. My jacket is covered in medals, honor and decoration. You waited for this moment, overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation. Instead, you in that Venice studio, it's a celebration. You gotta learn to fact check things and be less impatient. Your fans will rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration. Even the picture you use, the jokes and the medication, the Maybach glove and the drug he uses for less inflation. Master manipulator, you bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga, I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation?
Damn, his shot is take so long. Why am I so tired, bro?
You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child. Speaking of anything with a child, let's get to that now. This Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected.
Rebound.
Instead of being on some disdirect shit, you rather fucking grab your pen and misdirect shit. My mom came over today and I was
Sorry,
like,
too late. Don't go up. Don't go up. Don't go up.
Wait a second. That's that one.
I mean, bro, we can't even score against these motherfuckers, bro. Like,
I just made the whole connection. This about to get so depressing. This is trauma for your own confessions. This when your father leave you home alone with no protection, so neglected. That's why these pedophile raps and shit you're so obsessed with. It's so excessive. They acting like it's so aggressive. But you just never know.
I have to pick on.
I don't wanna dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. Touch my body by Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I have to pick on Cat, bro. Because these other 4 motherfuckers on the court, like, they ain't going, bro. They not going at all.
I'm too respected. If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson. Clearly there's a deeper message. Deep cuts that never healed and now they got infected. Like if Dave really fucked a girl and got her pregnant. Talk about breeding resentment. Not sure how to ease the sentiment. The shit's too intimate. I'm praying you recover from both incidents. But you a piece of shit, so this shit really no coincidence. Drake is not a name that you won't see on no sex offender list.
Can I get a break?
You mentioned it A minor, but niggas gotta be sharp and tell the fans who was it. You thought you left B flat, B major. I'll slit your throat with the razor and do Rick Ross air like that one flight from Malaysia. I'm your baby mama's screensaver. Only fucking with Whitney's, not Millie Bobby Browns. I never look twice at no teenager. I'm a fucking hitmaker, dog, not a peacemaker. Yeah, bullets that I'm stuffing in each chamber. Your ass in extreme danger. Stop by abusing my comments. You may as well keep the paper. Shit you gotta need for later. I give a fuck about your streaming data. You can drop 100 more records, then I'll see you later. Yeah, maybe when you meet your maker. I don't wanna fight with a woman beater and feed your nature. If you still bumping R. Kelly, you can thank the savior. Said if they deleted his music and your music is going to a hypocrite. I don't understand why these people praise you. Sounding like you sit in commissary when you need some paper. Album dropping soon, no wonder you turning clout chaser instead of doing hard labor. Nigga, I'll see you when I see you like Fantasia. Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor.
When I see it hit you back, it's a lot safer. Trust me.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this shit was some good exercise. Like, it's good to get out, get the pen working. You would be a worthy competitor if I was really a predator and you weren't fucking lying to every blogger and editor, but it is what it is. You definitely got this shit burnt the fuck out though. Like, you got 10 more records to drop. The one before the last one, we finessed you into telling a story that doesn't even exist. And then you go and drop the West Coast one to try and cover that up. I would like that one. That would be some shit I could dance to if you wasn't.
Like, this is not gonna work, bro.
Bullshit, but, you know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you.
Shit ain't gonna work, man.
Bring you back to the game, like, you know, but just let me know when we get into the facts. Everything in my shit is facts. I'm waiting on you to return the favor, like.
Hey, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call an ambulance, tell him please, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tito. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in their mama. How many options really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas.
Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that
up the score with him.
Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Hold on him, extort shit, really got flow on him. Say Drake, I hate you like I'm young.
This where he lost me. This where he lost me.
To any bitch that talk to him and they in love.
This where he lost me.
Make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified
this is where he lost me. You lost me right there, gang.
I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
That's where you lost me, dog.
They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga?
How do people even jam to this, bro? Like, that shit weird, bro.
What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? P-Rest, that's for bitching. You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no law boy, you ball boy. Let's get a rate or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes. Or over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy. You can better straighten they posture. Got favors all up in contact. Might write this with a document. Tell the pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fuck don't rain grow. He was in jail. That's canonical.
I didn't do that.
Like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad these roads came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs a subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the road label on me. I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music. And I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of dog. Ay, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Ay.
I gotta let them work, bro. Cause why am I so tired of? Cause
they not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, this the real nigga challenge. You go, you
all the way.
Didn't see the club. What little baby hubby bitch and lingo was. What 21 give you 4 street cred. Did you feel like
you a slime in your head?
What Rebel said you could be from North Side. What 2 Chainz say you good?
But he lied.
You run to Atlanta when you need a few. Aye. Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call an ambulance, tell him please bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? They in the street can hate me, fuck them all in they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on.
Oh my god, why do that? Why?
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman.
You made that?
With him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Hold on him, extort shit, really death row on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your
That's
down. And party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wop, 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 wop. That fuck em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. They not like us. 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 You think that they gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They gon' foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the story. Slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something? P-Rest, that's for bitching. You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no law boy, you ball boy. Let's get a rate or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie. Be flipped over your boxes. Or over your foe. The other vaginal option. Pussy. You can better straighten they posture. Got favors all up in contact. Might write this with a document. Tell the pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident. I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fuck don't rain grow. He was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad these roads came home. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central. Nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs a subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered in case your neighborhood watch.
Of course he goes out there, bro.
Another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the road label on me. I'ma get them dropped.
That was a steal.
Chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus pop. Ay, devil is a lie. Here 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zom. Ay, city is back up. It's a must. We outside. Ay. They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homies still double down, calling us slaves. Atlanta was the mecca, building railroads and trains. Bear with me for a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you, it's the real nigga challenge. You got future when you didn't see the club. What, little baby, help you get your lingo up. What, 21, get your first street cred. They'll make you feel like you a slime in your head. What, Quavo said you can be from North Side. What, 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you're not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth for the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Say O-V ho. Say O-V ho. Then step this way. Step that way, then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way, then step this way, step that way.
Ole. Oh, ole. I know it might not look good, Chad, but it ain't over. It's not over. I'm not fucking leaving. Chat, welcome. Your boy back in the building. Big Ack is here. What's cracking with y'all? I will tell you, even though I think y'all, if I tell you this, y'all gonna assume something that I'm not saying. There was supposed to be some new music today. I'm not saying from who, nor am I going to confirm it from either party that would have been really interesting. The plan of releasing that got foiled today after some really serious news came out. You guys don't know, there was a shooting at Drake's house this morning. A shooting where his security guard was hit in the chest in what's being called a drive-by. His security guard was rushed to the hospital. His condition, at least last I checked, still unclear. I'll play you a couple videos to kind of catch you up to speed in case, some way, somehow, you haven't seen the information.
Showing up on the first page of Google?
Whoa. Yeah, what's going on? Squad and Crow? Squad and Crody. All right, let's go. I'm going to speed up slightly a bit.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time, releasing diss tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalizing Drake's store, spray painting, quote, "They not like us" on the store's front window. That graffiti inspired by Kendrick Lamar's latest diss track drop, quote, "Not like us." And just a short time ago, we were hearing from Canadian authorities as they shared the very latest in this shooting, and I do want to play that for you right now.
And I'm one of the media relations officers for the Toronto Police Service. Speaking today is Inspector Paul Krawchuk of our Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, which investigates all shootings and firearm discharges within the city of Toronto. Inspector?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Krawchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting of firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as be canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions. I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating.
To what extent is the rivalry between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation?
So, I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time, and so I cannot comment further on that.
While the motive may not be confirmed, that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this week crossing borders into the U.S. Is there anything in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from leaving again?
So this is no different than any other investigation, okay? Like, it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition.
Age?
And I'm not going to just... no, I'm not going to do it this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of video around. Have you guys begun your canvassing? Do you expect to get a good amount of video involved with this?
I would be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
You said suspects plural. Can you say, are we talking 2, 3, or more?
No idea at this time.
And would you characterize this as a drive-by shooting, or more specifically, the stock and open fire?
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene. That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
How did the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Was this security guard alone? Were there other security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target? Were they trying to get past him?
Don't know at this time.
Did you have video capturing the incident?
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
And you can't give us a description of the vehicle?
Nope, not at this time.
You don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So we, as we have information and we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
You mentioned that the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside near a garage, and there's an area cordoned off there. Would shell casings have gone that far? Why would that be?
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. Oh, thank you. No, that's going to be part of the investigation. Can't comment at this time. Thank you very much.
All right, so we were just listening as authorities provided the very latest information after a security guard was shot outside the rapper Drake's house right there. And this is aerial footage of his home in Toronto. You can see it is a very large residence that is being described as an upscale neighborhood. So this is what we know from authorities. The security guard was outside Drake's home, which you see right there in this aerial footage. When that shooting occurred, the shooter was inside a vehicle. That vehicle drove by this house and shot the security guard. The security guard right now is in the hospital in serious condition. We were hearing reporters asking whether this shooting had anything to do with Drake's feud with rapper Kendrick Lamar. And we heard authorities saying this is very early on in the investigation. And at this point in time, they do not have a motive. But you heard from the authority right there that there will be an increased police presence in this neighborhood. He did stress that there is no difference from other shootings. He also said he cannot confirm if Drake was actually home at this time. Again, this is Drake's home in Toronto. He did say, though, that there is video evidence that captured the shooting. He did not elaborate as to exactly what that video showed. And he also said that they don't have any information about who.
Okay. There's a few more updates. We'll try to get all the info and then we'll kind of analyze it. So this is the main guy. Gets
to see an increased presence.
Where Toronto police just updated their investigation at Drake's home. Police tell us they acknowledge the amount of public interest around this story. Several questions remaining at this time. 2 a.m., that is when police got the call about a shooting just outside the home. That is where they found a male suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital with serious injuries. Toronto police now confirming that male was working at as a security guard outside the home. Police also saying the suspects were seen in a vehicle. They cannot speak to a motive. They cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time as well. Our CB24's Courtney Heels is following the story very closely, and she joins us live from outside Drake's home with the very latest. Courtney.
And Lena, we just heard from police acknowledging there is a lot of interest in this shooting investigation that they're looking into at this time. As you say, still a lot of questions. We don't know if Drake was home. We also don't know the motive. Officers saying they're treating this like any other investigation right now. Also acknowledging they do have video of this incident. They know there's a vehicle involved for the suspect or suspects who fired at the security guard. What we learned, the security guard standing outside of the home, Drake's home, just outside of the gates. This individual injured as a result of the shooting rushed to hospital. He is still in hospital with what are described as serious injuries, and police, of course, will be speaking with that investigator. But there's a lot they're still not saying. What we did hear, they say that members of Drake's team cooperating with the team who are looking here into exactly what unfolded. And again, they'll be going over that surveillance video. Obviously, we have some questions for police on what they were able to describe, why they aren't able to describe the vehicle, for example, involved in this. They just aren't sharing that right now because they're going over the quality of that video and seeing what else they can share. But a pretty significant update in the sense where, Lena, you mentioned this. We now know it was a security guard outside of Drake's home who was shot at. This was at about 2 o'clock in the morning. And for anybody just joining us now, this is the Bridle Path area. This is Park Lane Circle. This is the street Drake lives on. Just behind me here, that's his home. There's still a lot of officers behind here, a really significant police presence, not only just out on the street, but also in the courtyard area where there is a lot of yellow police tape inside, and officers, the officer was just heard from, unable to speak to what they're doing on the property. But again, we know members of Drake's team working with police on this, and that it was a security guard who was injured seriously as a result of the shooting.
You gotta let the CPU
still
be stupid,
on that.
bro.
They're not speculating. They obviously knew we had questions about this back and forth, this beef that's been going on with another very well-known rap artist, Kendrick Lamar. Asked if there's any influence here, anything to suggest there's a connection. They say they don't know, and they're not saying anything on that just yet. So we'll have to wait and see if there is anything further to add to this, but pretty concerning for anybody who lives around here. And still, we don't know if Drake was home when this happened, so we'll see if maybe more information becomes available on that front, Lena.
Absolutely, and it is
don't shoot that,
Courtney, that investigators say they have video of the incident.
Police confirming a shooting
you know, and
has been released. So far, there's no word on whether Drake was at home at the time of the shooting, but we understand from police that he has offered to fully cooperate with them. Joining me now is Mark Mendelson. He is a former homicide detective, and he joins us now to discuss the developments in this case. As Mark, we're waiting for more word from police. Details are very scant right now. But what do you make of this shooting? This, for our viewers across the country, is known as the
oh my God, man.
A lot of mansions, but it's pretty open. It's not as though it's a gated area.
Yeah, and good morning, Marcia. You're right. It's not a gated area, but there are very, very large homes in that neighborhood. You know, and what goes along with large homes like that is a lot of security
I just got
cameras,
bailed out.
and other security precautions that are taking place. And if you ever have the opportunity to drive past Drake's residence, you'll notice that there are gates, and there are walls, and there is sort of strategically placed trees, etc., to provide security. And there are also uniformed security guards at the residence. And it's my understanding from a source within Toronto Police that, in fact, it is a security guard who is the victim of the shooting, who was working at the time. It was described to me as a drive-by shooting. And as you mentioned, the police have put out a suspect vehicle. So that's all we really know at this point. As you fairly stated, Drake is at home, he's in the country, or wherever. And now what the police are going to be doing is looking at the motivation behind this shooting. Again, there's lots of security cameras in all kinds of homes around that area. Lots of security guards in other homes as well, and patrols. So they may have information of investigative value as well. But they'll be looking for the motivation. And of course, Marcia, in the backdrop of all of this is this sort of feud that's been going on, as you mentioned, with Lamar, in terms of who's dropping songs and who is disrespecting the other one. And as early as this morning, somebody actually went on Google Maps and re-tagged Drake's residence as Lamar's residence. So it's this feud going on. Now, whether this is all for clicks or for publicity, nobody knows at this point. But it really doesn't take anything more than somebody being offended by what they're seeing or reading to decide that they're going to take things into their own hands and commit this crime. And that's what the police will be looking at now. So it's very early on in the investigation. Lots of good security tape to look at. You have a living witness in this security guard that's been shot. I'm sure that when he's able to speak, he will speak, and he'll be interviewed by the police.
Oh my God, that's a great shot. That's a big shot. That's a big shot.
That was a security guard. We're still waiting to hear officially from police. We expect them to be scrumming, hopefully with reporters outside of that scene shortly, very shortly. I do want to ask you how police investigate something like this when a high-profile celebrity is involved.
Well, they're going to look at the motivation, as I mentioned earlier. Were there other threats that were coming in throughout the night, whether by text message or online? They'll be scouring all the online postings to see if anybody made any untoward or violent threats towards Drake or anybody that works for Drake or his residence. These are the things that they'll be looking at. They'll be scouring over the security tape to try and get a license plate and a description of that vehicle. And they'll be hunting down that vehicle as well. It may be stolen, it may not. We don't know. All of this is very early on. They'll be looking at the ballistics that remain at the scene, whether it's shell casings or if there's a bullet that's been retrieved from the victim or at the scene. They'll be looking at that, comparing that to other crimes that are out there now. So there's lots of steps to be taken. There's going to be interviews of Drake staff and neighbors and canvassing of that nature. So it's going to take some time. This is not new. We have seen this not only in this city, but certainly in the United States.
Move!
Rappers who have filmed a video in somebody else's territory.
Right here.
And the response has been violence. We've seen murder.
Please make your free throws.
In the industry, people who are involved in that genre of music, and you've seen a lot of murders in the States that relate to that. So this is not new, but it is obviously upsetting, and it will be thoroughly investigated, I'm sure.
And we're aware that this next question is of a speculative nature, but we understand Drake is cooperating with police, but we don't know if he was there. The fact that he has made that outreach, or they reached out to him, do you think, Mark, that he was at home at the time?
I have no idea. I just don't know about the travels of Drake. I'm too old, Marcia, to keep an eye on that. But at the end of the day, he's going to have information of investigative value, whether he was in the home or whether he was in another country. And, again, I'll go back to, has he been threatened in any way, either directly or indirectly, and from who? And what steps did they take? What steps did the security guards at the residence take? So by cooperating, I would expect him to cooperate. I'm quite sure the police reached out to him right away because he will have some answers to help fill some of the voids in this puzzle.
I want to ask you about security at the home, and you're right. If you were able to drive, if anyone has driven by, they would see that security was pretty tight. But clearly, Mark, this shows us that no security system is perfect.
No, absolutely not. I mean, if what I've been told is correct, that it was a drive-by shooting, there really is nothing preventative there. There's cars. It's an open road. There's cars able to drive back and forth all the time. And security guards in Canada are not armed. They are unarmed security guards, and you can have the best security systems in the world. You can have the best physical security in terms of gates, brick walls, things of that nature. But to be able to be proactive and prevent somebody from just driving by the house and opening fire, short of closing the road, there really is no solution.
Could you see this investigation expanding to involve other law enforcement, or is this...
Security not able to have guns?
Well, right now the offense took place.
What the
so they don't have
fuck?
jurisdiction. They'll have carried
Really?
out the investigation. In the event that they have to reach out to other police services to follow up on threats or
That's
perceived threats,
insane.
then there'll be no hesitation from the police to reach out to whatever police service, wherever it may be in North America or in Europe. It doesn't really matter.
No, that's actually crazy, because if a crash out just decides to be a crash out...
Very quickly in wherever, LA.
Bro, why are we switching so much, bro?
Celebrities are often targeted, and it's even worse with social media these days, Mark.
Like, why?
In your experience, know if people always go to the police if they are feeling threatened, or if they have been threatened.
Most people do. Most people aren't threatened. I think that the higher profile you live,
Okay. All right. So let's lay out a few basics, right? So Drake lives on Bridle Path. And it's this really affluent, rich neighborhood, but one of the only things that's very
They don't got no timeouts either.
missing about where he lives at is that, number one, his house reportedly is worth $100
Hell
million,
no.
right? There's
I do
other
this.
houses worth $60 million in the same area. It's a very affluent neighborhood, but it's not gated. So essentially, if you put in your GPS, you can drive to Drake's house. Right? There's nothing stopping you. Now, of course, Drake has built the house like a fortress. And he's basically built these high walls from what I last saw. Drake is the only person supposedly in Canada he breaks like every restriction that Toronto has in terms of code violations, in the sense of, hey, you can't have a wall this tall, or you can't have this, blah, blah. They allowed him to kind of break a lot of rules, and you gotta imagine, you have Drake still living within city limits, you're gonna allow him to do a few things. You've never seen the house, this is the house right here.
First swim of the summer, and first time ever in the pool, actually, to be honest. It's my first time ever out here. Hope everybody in the city is
That is only $100 million?
Beautiful day.
Now, this is what Drake calls the embassy, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not only that, if you're wondering how it looks from like the outside of it, this is the
When you go to see Drake's house, but end up seeing.
So essentially, you have security on the inside, but then there's these huge gates and also trees that's kind of blocking you from seeing directly into the property. The only way you can really see into the property is literally with a helicopter or an overhead drone. But there's usually security. This is how you enter. There's usually security around here. They open and they close the gate, so they have to let you in. And, I seen someone ridiculously in the chat say, why was security standing outside at 2 o'clock? Yes, security stands outside the guy's house.
24 hours.
All day.
24 hours.
Night, rain,
Fuck.
sleet, snow. Yeah, come on, it's 24-hour security.
Drake.
Son, I could get you satisfied.
Okay.
Son. And you know we out here.
Well, the most important thing I was trying to show you
with it. I'm gonna show you how to get it to go right.
And by the way, that's actually Drake on the house. But I want to show you the security guard. You're gonna see like here in a second.
Left foot slide, left foot up, right foot.
That's dangerous. That's like a mission. Like you gotta go to snipe somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
Sniper, like assassinate somebody. Like the gates open, he's like walking into the door and shit. That's scary. What the fuck?
It's also Drake's house is a tourist attraction. You want to prevent people from parking up down the street, just sitting there doing a lot of goofy shit, which could become a security risk. So you kind of want to have somebody outside of the gates as well, not only inside the gates, outside the gates as well. So it makes perfect sense why someone might be outside. Why security guards just stand outside, and again, they're on 24/7 watch, right? Okay. I've heard a lot about what this is. By the way, Drake is not, when they say Drake is cooperating, it means that, by the way, they're dealing with his team, so it's not Drake himself. It means, if the police are investigating, they're not going to tell the police to fuck off. There's a man who got shot that has a family. They're probably going to be like, yeah, of course, you can come in and look around, go canvass the fucking place to find some bullet holes or whatever case in that could help you out with your investigation. That's not, when we hear cooperating, we think snitching, like telling. That's not what that is. But again, you got to cooperate to a certain extent, right? A crime got committed, and it got committed on the property, right? So that's about it. I'll tell you this: I have spoken with Drake, and he's okay. He said he's good. Nothing more than that, nothing less. Obviously, there is someone who's probably still, battling for their life and got shot at his house. But if you're wondering, Drake himself is fine. I think that's true. In reality, I'll kind of. These are unsubstantiated. These aren't rumors that have been verified, so I want you to take it as this. But the streets is talking. From what I'm hearing, this got nothing to do with it. The timing is interesting.
What the fuck, Scary Baller?
But this has nothing to do with Kendrick. He's been sent some hitters, and obviously he's gonna get reported as such. But there's things brewing and things happening that
Just say I
seem to
think.
be involved, allegedly surrounding the situation. Things that I won't really pinpoint on this public forum because I don't necessarily want it to give it legs, especially if it happens in that country. But what I'm hearing, this wasn't random. I'm hearing that, which not only hearing that this is actually a fact. There was a shoot that occurred about 10 minutes before, about less than 2 miles from here. Okay? So there's about 2 miles from here. Keep in mind, this isn't like the fucking hood, right? This ain't like South Side Chicago. This is a rich neighborhood that doesn't see violence